Ganoderma, Lingzhi/Rishi for positive cancer treatment. Ganoderma, Lingzhi/Rishi for positive cancer treatment. A doctor once said cancer is a serious disease, but it is not fatal. Patients have a good chance to recover. This statement sounds consolatory, but basing on our recent research data, it can very well be true. The prestigious Japanese doctor, Dr Fukumi Morishige, M.D. a Ph.D., currently involved in the research of reishi's role in cancer control, is a researcher at the Linus Institute of Science and Medicine, an American institute that had been awarded the most Nobel Prizes. He also occupies an important role in Europe's medical fields as well, and is the only Japanese authority employed by the International Cancer Group. The following is his speech and case reports on reishi. I have been a surgeon for 37 years and have performed numerous operations. I have a keen interest in surgery, especially when I was young, but gradually questions began to appear. Always feel that the ideal would be to induce the natural immunity power within oneself. Being a surgeon, I had countless occasions to encounter cancer cases. However, the key to cancer controls is in its early detection, which is easier said than done. About 1 in 100 would be considered a good percentage. Nowadays, regular physical checkups is the trend, and this is good practice, but we have to realize that one cannot let our guards down just because cancer was not detected at the time of checkups. People often suspect the physicians of misdiagnosing when cancer was detected at a later date. This notion is incorrect, as there are many undiscovered cases even with monthly checkups. For example, in the case of penetrance-type stomach cancer, it is one of the most difficult to detect, and these account for about 25% of the cases. Therefore, prevention is equally important. It is better to employ preventive measures in the case of cancer, but there are no set methods. One can always rely on dietary control, but here again it is not a prescribed regimen. The best method at the present is reishi. I do not know of its amazing effects until after I have used it, and I am truly surprised. During my practice, I have obtained outstanding results using reishi either as preventive measures or during the course of treatments. Earlier on, I have come across patients and their relatives praising the merits of reishi. But being a medical person, I have thought that it might have a slight effect on certain chronic diseases, but on cancer, surely, must be greatly exaggerated. Reishi's tremendous effect warrants further studies. In June of 1986, a 39-year-old female came to me with lung cancer and complications of the chest wall membrane. She had been told that she could not be operated on by a number of hospitals. She left in a hopeless state. Upon returning home, her husband started to feed her reishi. After my examination, I was surprised by the findings. 6 months ago, she had edema in the chest cavity, secondary to cancer, and now the symptom had completely disappeared. For a person who have already made her funeral arrangement and waiting for death to rediscover there is hope for life, is incredible. X-ray had presented an even better picture when I am going through her medical history. She insisted that this was the result of her husband giving her reishi. The edema had drained while the cancer tumor remained. On a rough calculation, this patient had used about 4 grams of reishi essence daily, and this was quite a high dosage. We further undertook exploratory surgery, and by using special freeze technique, it was possible to perform operations on chest membrane cancer. Looking at the X-ray, no cancerous cells were found. Only scar tissues were evident, which were different from cancer cells. I did a biopsy of the lung tissues and detected malignancy, but stable. The next case involved a child with congenital liver cancer. He had one operation when he was 5 years old and later, had his small intestines removed due to metastasis. The treating doctor felt that the patient's condition was terminal and stopped treatment eventually. The boy's parents brought the patient home and fed him reishi through an NG tube, nasogastric tube. The boy came to me when he was 9 and I was unable to detect any diseases. Nothing was found in the CT scan examination as well. Congenital liver cancer is a form of juvenile carcinoma, and I was much surprised that the patient recovered after just regular ingestion of several grams of reishi essence. He continues to take 2 grams of the essence daily. Even the boy knows that without the reishi he might not have lived today. Juvenile carcinoma is usually fatal, but then this patient remains alive and healthy with no physical ailments are truly amazing. This fact now calls for new consideration on my part. When a person recovers by undergoing no other treatment but reishi ingestion, it is obvious that reishi deserves further research. I was provided with large quantities of reishi essence from a very reputable chemical company in Japan. I administer the same to my patients in mega dosage combined with vitamin C within 1 year. About 500 kilograms of reishi essence, approximately 6,000 kilograms of premium reishi, were used on my patients. An interesting fact have surfaced during my treatment is that where large doses of reishi essence induce melena, i.e. several grams or more daily, combination with vitamin C put a stop to this. Furthermore, numerous observations have confirmed the fact that cancer patients are generally more susceptible to contract other diseases due to their lowered body resistance. However, after being treated with reishi, complications due to such infections are greatly diminished. I have assigned random cancer patients to administer reishi essence with a control group of patients with other illness, for example arthritic rheumatism, chronic bronchitis, hepatitis etc., that is, people with lowered body resistance to diseases. Immunoglobulin test determines the level of immunity. We have found that after ingesting reishi, level of IgA, IgM have increased. This proves that reishi can elevate the body's resistance level. At this time, I have 140 cancer patients. All have metastatic cancer except 6 with breast cancer and 60 are being hospitalized. We have zeroed in on these cancer patients. Up to today, spring of 1988, about 300 patients have undergone testing. Why is reishi effective against cancer? Polysaccharides. Before I give case examples, I would like to unveil the secret of why reishi is so effective in the treatment of cancer. The conclusion is not fully understood at the present time, and when it is, then, men would have found the ultimate cure for cancer. Employing all the latest medical technology, it is found that the polysaccharides in reishi are effective in suppressing cancerous cells. Japanese scientists are the first in making this discovery. Perhaps this had something to do with the fact that the country employs herbal medicine in treatment of diseases and conducts vigorous researches into polysaccharides. This fact is recognized in North America and is further awaiting findings from such Japanese researches. Subscribe our channel for future videos, visit our website holisticmeaning.com for more informative articles.